All right, scales. Scales are tools that we use to make up melodies, and they're tools we really use for all kinds of things. We make chords out of scales. We talk about keys and things like that. The first exercise or the first assignment with your scales is really to know the names of your strings: E, B, G, D, A, E, from little to big, and the numbers of your strings: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the numbers of your frets: 0, open, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, or beyond. You can go past 12. There are 12 months in a year, 12 hours on a clock, 12 donuts in a dozen, and 12 frets to the double dot. And one of the very first scales that I like to teach everybody is actually a song. It's called Joy to the World. Joy to the World is, let's say it's on the little string. It could be any string, but I'm going to play the little string at 12. And it doesn't matter what finger or anything, but 12 minus 1 is 11. Minus 2 is a 9. I'm going to find the 9th fret. There's a dot there. Minus 2 is a 7. There's a dot there. Minus 2 is a 5. There's a dot there. Minus 1 is a 4, and that's between dots. Minus 2 is 2, in between dots, maybe. And the little string open. That makes a descending major scale. In this case, it's an E major scale because we started with E and we ended with E. Now from those notes we'll make the rest of the song. But I just played that 2 times perfectly. I would say third time's the charm. 12, 11, 9, 7, 5, 4, 2, 0. We could make the rest of the song 7, 9, 9, 11, 11, 12. My tendency would be to say repeat just that much. 7 and 9, 9 and 11, 11 and 12, 2, and the third time's the charm, 7 and 9, 9 and 11, 11 and 12. You're using the fingertips, pushing everything to the wood, making a great sound. The rest of the song is just those notes. Twelve, 12, 11, 9, 7, 7, 5, 4, 4, 4, 4, 4, 5, 7, 2, 2, 2, 2, 4, 5, 4, 2, 0, 12, 9, 7, 5, 4, 5, 4, 2, open. That's a whole song made up of the major scale, a melody from the major scale. The most important part to me is that you can play the major scale on one string. Before there was an instrument with 6 strings, there was an instrument with 1 string, and you're the master of that. With Joy to the World, it's about half steps. 1 fret, minus 1. Minus 2 is a whole step. That's 9. Minus 2 is 7, a whole step. Minus 2 is a whole step to 5. But minus 1 right here is a half step. Kind of gives the whole steps and half steps give the scale its construction, its mood, its flavor, its character, its personality. Here's the 2. Minus 2 is a whole step to 0. Very good. That's the major scale. I can do it on the big string with the same numbers. It's all the same. So that's Joy to the World. Have fun, goof around with that. You can't go wrong with all the notes in that scale.